Today, I want to address a question that I get asked a lot. How much website traffic and how many sales leads do we need to generate in order to achieve the company's revenue goals? Well, a little bit of math goes a long ways towards answering this question. At Jones, here's how we do the math. First, we ask what are the company's annual revenue goals? Then we ask how much of that revenue will need to come from net new customers and how much will come from existing customers who expand their spend with the company. Now, notice this is a three-part question, and that's intentional because marketing to gain net new customers and marketing to existing customers requires different strategies and messages. Next, we calculate the actual number of new customers we need to close in order to achieve those revenue goals. Now, this is important because it all comes down to conversion rates. Sales will only close a small percent of deals from the leads that you send them. So if sales needs to close 300 net new customers for the year, you may need to send them 500 sales qualified leads per month. 500 leads per month to close 300 deals. Now, that brings us to our third calculation. How many website visitors do you need to have each month to generate enough leads to achieve your revenue goals? Now, in my email below, you'll find a link to download a simple calculator, and that will come in handy as you work to calculate these figures for your company. Now, remember, every company is different. There are just a lot of variables. For example, the average revenue per customer, that's a number that's going to vary by company. So go ahead, download that calculator when you have a moment. I think you'll find it extremely valuable. Now, before we jump into the example I'm going to share here in a minute, I wanted to just share this stat because I really feel it's worth mentioning. A recent report by HubSpot says that 70% of companies that exceed revenue goals attract more than 10,000 website visitors every month. So that's a number to keep in mind. And as you'll see, it's a benchmark in my example that I'm going to share here. You can see the example here, 10,000. Now, you need to start at the end goal and work backwards to determine how much website traffic you need to generate to enable sales to meet its goals. Now, see this number? 27. That's the number of customers this sample company needs to close each month, every month, in order to achieve its revenue goals. Now, in this scenario, the marketing team must generate 10,000 website visitors per month. 70% of those visitors will engage lightly. Again, they're not ready to buy. However, they may have found a blog post online or they've read a few blog posts on your site while they were there. But only 50% of those visitors who've been actively engaging with the content on your website will actually download a piece of content. And only about 13% of those leads will become sales qualified leads, meaning that they are engaging with content at the bottom of the funnel, that they may soon be ready to act. And even of those sales qualified leads, only 6% will convert into customers. Okay, now that you have an idea of where you need to be, it's important to take a look at where you are right now. Now, in some cases, there may be a huge delta between where you are now and where you need to be. In this example, and it's a real example, the company was currently generating only $2 million in annual revenue, and it had a 5-year goal of generating $12 million in annual revenue every year. So, a small company trying to grow over time. Now, as you can see, the marketing team needed to triple its website traffic and really focus on lead gen, as the company really had no marketing generated leads at the time. So, the net here is that you may not get there in 1 year, and that's okay. But the key is to set goals and make progress towards those goals. And of course, as we all know, that the way to make progress is through an integrated marketing and PR program that does generate leads and just as importantly, moves those leads through the sales funnel. I hope you found this useful. I would love the opportunity to connect live so I can learn more about you and your program. Perhaps there's an opportunity for us to work together. If you think there's an opportunity or if you'd like to start a conversation, click the book meeting button at the end of this video to book some time on my calendar. Of course, whatever's convenient for you, I can make work. If it's easier, I've also included a link in my calendar in the email below. So check that out, click that email link, and you'll have access to my calendar. I look forward to connecting. Talk soon.